Crime is wickedness. Crime is greed. Crime destroys families. Crime divides nations. Good morning, guys. Yesterday, the Home Affairs Minister, Dr. R17000, together with the SIU, they went to raid all Home Affairs refugee offices around the country. For those who don't know what SIU stands for, that is the Special Investigation Unit. This unit was established by the president to investigate corruption in government departments. So the SIU went to court to apply for a search warrant. They obtained the search warrant and then they went to all Home Affairs refugee offices and they went there to confiscate the gadgets, the documents, everything that they will need for investigation to take place. Let's listen to what the minister said.
The corruption is done by officials here with foreign nationals who don't deserve to be in South Africa, but we have got lots of monies to bribe, you know.
Allegedly, the officials have been charging the foreign nationals 17,000 rands for asylum papers. Their cell phones were confiscated and they are going to be investigated. Let's listen to the head of the SIU.
Once we have gathered all this information, gadgets, information technology tools, we've got a digital forensic center. So our digital forensic team will go through this and we have increased capacity there. They will image all these tools so that the investigators can continue assessing the information that comes from there. And we are mindful that the services of the department has to continue with those who are legitimately and legally processing the documentation. Those who we point to and we are satisfied that the evidence points to them that they've been involved in this corruption and maladministration, we will then approach the department so that they can be taken out of the system.
What kind of maladministration or corruption are we talking about at this point?
We are talking about the corruption relating to the processing of documentation, the processing of the visas, and the processing of other related refugee-related documentation. The evidence we got points to activities of corruption by officials in the department. Of course, they're not working alone. We are sure about that. We have seen that those whom this evidence points to outside, those who are working and colluding with these officials, will also ensure that they are also dealt with.
This kind of activities give South Africa a bad reputation to the outside world. Because some foreign nationals use South Africa passport to commit crime outside South Africa. Let's listen to the SIU spokesperson, Mr. Kiza Kanyaho.
The people come into the country, people who don't necessarily qualify to be asylum seekers. They come there and then they process their documents fraudulently, give them the status of asylum seekers, which basically gives them the powers to benefit out of anything in the country. And then they give it a 6 months or a term. Every 6 months they've got to come and renew that, and they pay. We were told, for example, that when they first arrived, they would pay something like 17.8 thousand rand, and then every time they renew, they will pay 5,000 rand, and then that will be basically every 6 months. Therefore, these people can take and benefit, and then some of these people are then given temporary passports. They are able to then move as South Africans from this country to other countries. They commit whatever crime they do there, and then the people out there will say they are South Africans. And this is the kind of situation that we find themselves. These are some of the instances. People who, for example, come from an affluent country, a businessman, and come here to say, I'm coming to work as a scarce skill. They give that fraudulent documentation, and a person goes and open a shop somewhere, and then they are able to trade in this country, even though they don't have papers that are correct.
Okay.